Greetings and happy Saturday. I hope everyone is having a blessed day this Saturday afternoon, early evening. It's raining here, but in spite of the rain, we were all blessed to wake up and see another day. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine in the stories that I read every day. Happy Saturday. Happy to be here sharing stories with you today. Today, I have two stories. The first one is called A Chance to Shine. And the author is Steve Seskin and Alan Shamblin. And this book comes with a CD that has a song or DVD that you can sing. So it's A Chance to Shine. A Chance to Shine. Joe smelled kind of funny. He was a little bit weird. He wore trash can shoes, had a scraggly beard. He talked to the pigeons in front of Dad's store. I often wondered what he was sitting there for. One day, Dad said, "Joe, I'll make you a deal. Sweep the sidewalk each morning and you can count on your meals." Joe stood up straight and shook my dad's hand. I asked Dad, "Why are we helping that man?" And Dad said, "Every heart needs a chance to shine, to be wanted by someone somewhere down the line. We're all meant to write on the pages of time. Every heart just needs a chance to shine." Joe showed up next morning showered and shaved. I almost didn't recognize him when he smiled and waved. He tackled that sidewalk with a broom and a plan. I followed him around with Mama's dustpan. Dad said he'd never seen that sidewalk so clean. Joe ate 3 plates of chicken and 2 bowls of beans. A few weeks more of sweeping, and next thing you know, Dad let me be stock boy, and my new boss was Joe. By the end of that summer, he was back on his feet. He'd rented an apartment just down the street. One day, Dad said as we walked by Joe's place, "The beginning of greatness from a once hopeless case." When I went back to school, something had changed. I was hanging out with kids I used to call strange. My old friends asked me why. I said I really don't know. I just look at people differently since I met this guy, Joe. Then I tell them the story how we got to know this man, how he and my dad helped me understand. Every heart needs a chance to shine, to be wanted by someone somewhere down the line. We're all meant to write on the pages of time. Every heart just needs a chance to shine. And that, my dear, is the end. So this is a book about a man who was homeless, and the father gave him a chance. And so I want to say there are a lot of families and children in our society today that don't have a home right now. And if you happen to be in that position, it's not your fault. And we hope and pray that things can turn around, that everybody can have a home, a place to call home, somewhere to go, protect them from the elements. And so to those people that don't understand it, just know that some people need other people to give them a little helping hand to get on their feet. Okay? So to those that have joined me, I have Bruce Wynn. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Terry. We hope and pray that things can turn around, that everybody can have a home, a place to call home, somewhere to go, protect them from the... Oh, I messed up the video. I'm sorry. I was trying to say hello to people, and I hope it's still recording live. Hi, Val and Olivia. Hi, Liz. Hi, Bruce. Okay, I don't know. I think I messed the video up. The second book I'm going to read is a really fun book, Oh, How I Wished I Could Read by John Gile. And it talks about the importance of reading. Oh, how I wished I could read. I awoke with a yell and sat straight up in bed, full of fear and wild worries and trouble and dread. Was it just a bad dream, or was what I feared true? Was reading a feat only others could do? In my dream, I was walking alone on the street. And decided to sit down and put up my feet. I discovered too late what the wet paint sign said when the bench left my backside a bright shade of red. Then I saw a cute puppy and wanted to pet it. A sign tried to warn me I'd better forget it. See, the sign says, beware of dogs. But the words on the gate meant nothing to me, till a pack of wild dogs chased me right up the tree. I continued along on my reading list way, having no way to know what each sign had to say. I wished I could read, 'cause then I would know, wouldn't danger signs warn me where I shouldn't go? A sign said no crossing, but I didn't heed it, because in my dream, I had no way to read it. So I stepped off the sidewalk, and oh, what a fuss! I was nearly run down by 2 cars and a bus. I heard honking and beeping, tires squealing and shrieking, cars crashing and smashing and scraping and screeching. The drivers were angry. One yelled, all agreed, "What's the matter with you? You should learn how to read." I jumped from the street and ran away fast, but worried about each sign that I passed. Above and beside and behind and below were instructions and warnings I needed to know. In my readingless dream, I felt angry and sad, as if I had lost a best friend, and I had. I was lost and alone and afraid as could be of the readingless troubles still waiting for me. I wandered and wondered what words I saw meant. Then got stuck in the muck near a sign wet cement. So I took my shoes off and sat down to clean them. Two signs blocked my way, but I sat down between them. They said poison ivy, but I didn't know. Then till an itchy red rash grew all over one toe. When I headed for home to get medication, I went from a bad to a worse situation. I opened the cupboard to look for toe ointment, but all that I found was more disappointment. Each bottle and tube on the shelf had a label. I needed to read, but I wasn't able. I itched and I twitched how I wished I could read. My toe was on fire from that poisonous weed. Just then I woke up from my readingless dream when my cat nipped my toe and I let out a scream. Ouch! I threw back my covers and jumped to the floor. I ran to the shelf where my books were before. Could I tell a B from a T or a Z? Or were letters just lines on the paper to me? My books told the story as storybooks do. My dream was a nightmare completely untrue. I can read. At last it was over. At last I was freed from the night when I wished, how I wished I could read. And that's the end of How I Wished, Oh, How I Wish I Could Read. Excuse me. So, to those watching and listening, reading is fundamental. Reading is important. And if you know how to read, you have the greatest gift that anyone could ever give you. Don't waste your gift. Use it. Read every day. Read different types of books. Read poetry. Read funny books. Read novels. Read chapter books. Read newspaper. Keep reading. The more you read, the smarter you get. If you have babies, read to your children. Read to your babies, your children every day. If you're pregnant, read to your babies while they're in the womb. We can hear. Auditory is a very strong sense, and we can hear, babies can hear prenatally. So make sure you read as much as you can, and I hope you enjoyed these stories. Stay well, be safe, God bless you, and I'll be here every day during the New Jersey state shutdown, 7 days a week at 5 o'clock on Facebook Live, God willing. Love you all. Peace.